Today's my lecture topic is Newton's third law and the rocket equation. As we have seen, the rocket had been a practical device for more than 100 years before determined dynamics that explained in motion. In doing so, he opened the way to the use of the rocket as something other than an uh, artillery weapon of dubious accuracy. In fact, he identified the rocket as the means by which humanity could explore space. This was revolutionary. Earlier fictions journey to the moon and they made of use of the birds or guns as the motive force, and rockets had been discounted. By solving the equation of motion of the rocket, was unable to show the space travel was possible and that it could be achieved using a device which was readily to happen and only needed to be scaled up. He even identified the which was really to hand and only needed to scaled up. He even identified the limitations and the design issues which would have been faced in realizing practical space vehicle. The dynamics of are so simple, and it is surprising that it had not been solved before. By this, probably due to the lack of interest pursuit of dynamics books of the period. In, in this basic form, a rocket is a device which propels itself by emitting a jet of matter. The momentum carried away by the jet results in a force acting so as to accelerate the rocket in the direction opposite to the top engine. This is familiar to use all from games with deflating toy balloons, if nothing else. The essential facts are that the rocket accelerates and its mass decreases. The latter is not so obvious with a toy balloon, which is nevertheless true. In gunnery, propulsion is very different. All the energy of a cannonball is given to in the barrel of the gun by the expansion of the hot gases produced by the explosion of the gunpowder. Once it leaves the barrel, its energy and its velocity began to decrease because of air friction or drag. The rocket, on the other hand, experiences a continuous propulsive force, so its flight which will be different from other of a cannon balloon. In fact, while the cannon ball is a projectile, the rocket is really a vehicle. The Boston Gun Club cannon in Joule's variant solved was in fact the wrong method. To get on the moon or indeed the Earth orbit requires changes in speed and direction, and which cannot be realized with the projectile. Uh, Visualizes rocket equation was faced with the dynamics of a vehicle, the mass of which is decreasing. A jet of matter is projected rearwards. As we shall see later, the force that projects the exhaust is the same force that propels the rocket. It takes in Newton's third law of action, and the reaction are equal and opposite. Where action means force, the accelerating force is represented using Newton's law F equal to mv. In this equation, the thrust of the rocket is expressed in terms of the mass flow rate m and the effective exhaust velocity ve. So the energy released by the burning propellant appears as a fast moving jet of matter and a rocket accelerating in a opposite direction. Newton's law can be applied to this dynamical system, and the decreasing mass can be taken into account using some simple differential calculus is given at the beginning. The resultant formula was obtained when the vehicle velocity v is in the revealing capital V equal to VE log E MO by M. Here MO is the mass of the rocket at ignition and m is the current mass of the rocket. The only other parameter to enter into the formula Ve, the effective exhaust velocity. The simple formula is the basis of all rocket propulsion. The velocity increases with the time as the propellant is burned.